So, welcome back. I'm gonna try a first burn on my stove here this morning. I got in late last night. It was 47 degrees. There's no way I was gonna light the stove when it's 47 degrees. It just wasn't cold enough. So I just ate some energy bars and went to bed. A lot of the night I spent trying to keep the pyramid from collapsing. We had freezing rain last night, which is not something that you experience in the Rockies very often. So it was kind of nasty. So I waited to do the first burn here this morning. Let's see if we can't get this going. That match is no good. I think things got a little damp in here. So, on my firewood, what I wanted to try was something a little different than I usually do. I did not bring... Yeah, everything kind of froze up on me here. It's 24 degrees right now. I didn't bring an axe or a hand axe, and I didn't bring a saw. I broke up little sticks. I came to an area where it's a lot of cottonwoods, and I've hiked into this area already this year, so I knew there was a lot of wood laying around, and I just broke up sticks. And what I do when I break up sticks is I take a bag like that and I measure it, and if they fit across in that bag, then that means they're going to fit in my stove. So I've taken, since everything's covered with snow, I've taken the damper and the spark arrestor out. And we're just going to see how things go here. I was pretty impressed with this little situation right here at first. And I've been, dying to try the roll-up stovepipe. Let me tell you something. I don't like it. I don't like the roll-up pipe at all. It's a pain. I like a stove where all the pipe fits inside. You don't have to put it together. I had to put this together. I can see in a backpack where everything has to fit in small spaces that it'd be all right. But I prefer solid pipe and a stove that's already put together. So, like on a sled trip, I'd still go. I probably wouldn't use this on a sled trip. Now, you can see right here, this is what happens in bad storms. And it was a pretty bad storm last night. That pipe fills with snow when you don't have a fire going. And I didn't have an open end on this. Like you always see these guys, they have just an open end on the end of their rolled pipe. I put an elbow on that, and I still had snow inside my stove and inside this pipe this morning. So that's not so great. I'm pretty impressed with the fact that this wood is that good. Let me show you. It's just this kind of stuff. It's just broken up sticks like this that I put on a rock or whatever. Whoops, sorry about that. And now, the reason I'm doing this inside, why I can do it inside, is that I washed this down with rubbing alcohol. So I got all the oils from manufacturing off of this. Otherwise, you'd want to do this outside of your tent because it's going to have oil and stuff on it. This wood that was laying around, it's putting out some pretty good heat. I didn't want to carry a whole lot, so let's let this run a little bit and I'll get back to you. So this thing unlike a lot of stoves, it actually draws better with that door closed. I'm pretty impressed with it. It's a decent stove. This is rinky-dinky, and I'm gonna have to come up with something new for that. Listen to that thing go. So anyway, hopefully we can get this tent thawed out, because this tent's gonna weigh about 10 pounds more than it did with all this frozen snow on it. Anyway, this is an okay stove. It's the Wild West stove, I think they call it, by Luxe Gear. Weighs just under 4 pounds with the pipe. That's a very good draft. That's plenty of draft. They have done their research on this thing. All in all, I'm pretty happy with it. $329 with the pipe. It's decent enough. Anyway, thanks for coming along.